Woo, all right, here we go. All right, getting live on the web tonight. You know, it's so funny. I get done with our study groups and I am super amped up still. I'm all excited about being in the group and hanging out still. So welcome everybody. Good evening. It's Bart here. I just wanted to join up and kind of give a recap about our study group tonight. Another really fun one. This is our last one of the year, 2019 here. So kind of just looking back in the year and thinking ahead a little bit as well. Hope everybody's doing real well out here. I set up the camera in the living room here so I could see my silly Christmas tree. It's only up once or twice a year, so got to make sure we get in there while we can. So the cloud study group was fun tonight. We got into CloudFormation and really just talking about infrastructure as code, about reproducibility, and the notion of idempotency, which is a really powerful concept in the software and technology world. The idea that we can produce something to do exactly what we want it to do, the exact number of times that we need it to. So this was a big hallmark of our discussions tonight with CloudFormation. We got into looking at the anatomy of the templates, talking about where to find resources. And the two big things that came up whenever we were going to start working with CloudFormation was to think, first of all, make sure that I have an IDE that's going to help me write the templates, whatever it is that I'm using. If I'm choosing JavaScript object notation, boom, get an IDE that's going to help me with that. If I am going to be working with YAML, then get myself an IDE that's going to help me with that. Some sort of an editor that will help with the syntax part of it and validating it. Now, if we're going to go even farther, then it was unanimously agreed upon that you should maybe look at some of the like CloudFormation, lint types of tools that are out there. These are, key structure evaluation tools that we can use. So if you're going to use CloudFormation, especially if it's going to be a programmatic sort of invocation, these are the types of tools we would want to make sure we add in addition. So we were talking about that. And then, of course, the second big piece was thinking about your reference materials. And AWS has always dazzled me with their documentation. CloudFormation is no slouch when it comes to that as well. You can go out there and get the actual resource parameter structures. All of that syntax is available as well. So we went over kind of grabbing those, getting started with the editing process. And you know what? We ran right out of time because 45 minutes to an hour is nowhere near enough time to cover all of the things that CloudFormation can do for us. I mean, it's been in the catalog a long time. It's one of the older services now. So that means that it's been through a lot of evolution over time. And that's cool. We love that. And we're going to see some more things happen from it as well. So the other thing that we were talking a little bit about tonight was thinking about careers and thinking a little bit about looking forward to next year. So some things that I'm excited about is that currently I am building a ton of CBT Nuggets videos right now. I'm about to release a whole bunch of new content. We're going to be refreshing the entire AWS catalog here at AWS. Or here at CBT Nuggets. So I'm excited to have pushed all of these new playlists out. That will include the SysOps Associate, the Solutions Architect Associate. It'll also include the Developer Associate. So some certs that we're replacing and some new ones that we're going to be adding to the catalog. Now, the cool thing for me is that as I've gone through and created the courses for all of this associate material, I was thinking about the overlap. Because it's kind of interesting. When you take the first three associate certs, you'll find that the subject matter and the services that they cover in there, they're really complementary to one another. We talk about S3 in every one of them, IAM in all of them, DynamoDB, EC2, EBS. They're all in all of those associate certs. And so when I designed all of these associate courses that we're going to be having at CBT Nuggets, I was able to think about that overlap part of it. So I was able to kind of tackle some interesting pieces. Like there's one lesson where we go through and we talk about using S3 to companion to EBS, to companion with Elastic Beanstalk, to companion with some other managed services like Route 53 and CloudFront. And we just take this giant slice sideways through all these AWS services. In a lot of ways, yeah, it's a lot of information. But at the same time, in the world of cloud computing, you hardly ever are getting to focus on just one key little aspect of it, especially if you're a solutions architect. You're going to have to juggle a whole lot of different pieces. So in my training, I try really hard to produce those real world cloud training scenarios. And I think that's one of the things that I was really excited about the courses I'll be releasing in 2020. So I hope everybody's getting excited about that. If you are a CBT Nuggets member, check out those courses. They're being released partially in the catalog right now. Probably the best thing to do is to just take a look at my, let me put it up there in the chat. It's cbt.gg/Bart-Castle. And that'll just give you a list of all of the current material that I have on the site. And it shows all the newest stuff. You can sort it by most recently released. So take a look at that if you're interested in catching up on new things I've been putting out. What's going to be happening after that is probably me going into looking at the professional certs. So sometime around spring and summer, I'll be getting into the Solutions Architect Pro and then DevOps certs as well, and then trying to get into some of the specialty ones. So really hoping to kind of get the catalog fully fleshed out next year. The other cool thing I'm working on right now, don't tell anyone, but we've been trying to build labs for AWS, and I'm getting really excited about it. I don't have any specific timelines or announcements on it yet, but I've seen our tools that we're going to use for them. It looks pretty solid, and I'm really excited about getting those put together because I know that that is one thing that a lot of our learners are really itching to get it on, and it's something that I love doing as well. Designing labs and getting people to interact with them. It's going to be a really big, exciting part coming up in 2020. So hope everybody's having a good holiday season. I hope that the new year treats you all right and that you have some good loved ones to spend the week with and the time with as you count down the last final minutes of 2019. For me, I know I'll be here at home hanging with the family and then probably hitting the road a little bit to see the extended fam later on. So if you guys have any thoughts or questions, I've been getting a lot of great network interaction out there. So hit me up on Twitter. It's at CloudBart. And then you, of course, find me here on YouTube. I've got some nice new content coming out for you guys here on YouTube as well. A look ahead at next year's content. I've also got pieces of information coming out about, the Deep Composer music video is going to come out this weekend as well. So just some fun stuff I want to try to share with everybody. Again, I hope everybody's having a great time, and I really encourage you to think about building these study groups, getting involved, reach out to me. I'm really excited about hearing from learners, and I just really want to make sure that we can help you guys have a great experience in the year ahead. So that being said, I'm going to sign off and get on out of here. I hope everybody has a great rest of the winter season here, and stay warm. And above all else, my friends, we'll see you out there in the cloud and beyond. Fa la 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 la.